Hi guys, good morning and thanks for joining. So in the last class we discussed about malware category of the attacks and also we started authentication failure category. So we discussed about what is meant by authentication failure category and also I have given a couple of practical scenarios as well. So under the authentication failure category we have subcategories like dictionary attack, brute force attack, password spray, pass the hash and rainbow table attack. We can discuss about these attacks in the today morning class. In case if I'll complete these five very quickly, then I will start new category of the attack as well. Let's start now. First one is dictionary attack. So what is mean by dictionary here? So don't think like it's like a UK dictionary or Linkfuck dictionary or whatever other dictionary. So dictionary meaning here it's a commonly used words and commonly used passwords in our regular day-to-day life. So those one we can call it as the dictionaries. So these dictionaries we can use and we can keep it for our passwords. Most of the people also, even though we are cybersecurity professional or whoever it may be. So most of the people will use always either first name or last name or date of birth or maybe mother name or father name or mobile number or lover name or friend name or pet name and so on. So because it's not about uh, using these dictionaries as a commonly used passwords, because we have to take care of our personal related passwords. Everyone has more than 10 accounts related to social networking websites or personal Gmails and so on. And also even in the professional oriented also, we have a lot of applications, databases, servers, individual machines, all these we have to remember. So that is the reason most of the people they will use commonly used dictionaries to remembering easy purpose. Otherwise, every time you have to reset the password. So what is dictionary here? Attacker will use dictionaries to guess the username and passwords using permutations and combinations and trial and error method. So finally, he will compromise the respective targeted mission or individual system or database or server or application and also cloud instance. So don't think like only so all authentication failure category of the attacks it will appear to only end user machines or host machine. So each and every endpoint side, network side, application side, cloud side, mobile side. So wherever authentication is required. So obviously, so those places attacker will try to use these dictionaries and he will compromise respective username and passwords. So that is called dictionary. Commonly used dictionaries are, so even though not only from our personal oriented point of view, even in the organization point of view also, most of the companies, as I said previously also, so whenever you are onboarding any company, a default password whenever they are giving any asset to you or laptop to you or MacBook to you, they give commonly used passwords only, default passwords. So immediately we have to change that particular password, but most of the people will not change until unless otherwise when the password is going to expire. So that is the way how the people mentality and people behavior or awareness. For this one, what we have to do, even we have to conduct awareness trainings as well. Okay, so how we can define this particular dictionary attack? Attacker will use commonly used dictionaries to guess the passwords using trial and error method.
Sir, what's that commonly?
Commonly used dictionaries meaning here. So our first name, last name, all these are commonly our default passwords. So I will give examples. Is called as dictionary attack. So examples of dictionaries are, so as I said, your first name or last name or password directly. Most of the people, they will change password also, and also password at the rate of 123. So if it is Western culture people, they will use these passwords. Blue wolf in the similar way, blue heaven, and also we will use couple of other passwords like, as I said, your pet name and your mother name, father name. In the password field, all these things for easy remembering purpose. As I said, we have a lot of accounts are there are related to our any other apps we are using in our organization side, and also personal oriented as well. Okay, so that is the reason most of the people will use, even water professional we are using, even they will use it for personal as well. Okay, so even your friend name, date of birth, lover name, and couple of companies they will use, like example, whenever you are onboarding any company, they'll give password in this way. So immediately they will already give the, so whenever they are giving asset, they will say like, please change the password immediately once we are giving the onboarding of the asset. So, but problem here is they will not change the password. Even though recently I joined one of the bank, and so we are using 8 to 12 characters. So in that scenario, whatever I'm giving different types of permutations and combinations and also uppercase, lowercase, it is not accepting at all. I tried minimum 2 to 3 minutes. Finally, whatever they use default password, I used same password. Even though I'm a cybersecurity professional. So this is the way how the people, okay. So they will not change until otherwise. So when the password is going to expire. So these passwords, we can call it as the dictionaries, and most of the people will use. So attacker already knows. Just you are going and giving the, in the Google stating that commonly used dictionaries. Every company, whatever they are using commonly dictionaries, will get it everything from, so our Google, and also attacker will use those dictionaries only to try to get compromise any account. Okay, so including our software, IT industry, PPOs, and also other uh, call center related software, whatever passwords they are using. So whether it's a weak password or strong password or complex password, everything it will appear. Okay, so to mitigate this one, obviously, as I said previously, in the day before yesterday class, we have to use all these. We have to implement multi-factor authentication, and we have to implement so uppercase, lowercase in that particular, once again, subtypes, like and also number or special character, and also minimum password length. Previously it's 8 to 12 characters. Now attack is guessing easy to 8 to 12 characters, and we have to increase to 12 to 16 characters. So nowadays banks are using even 16 to 25 characters also. Okay. So in the similar way, consecutive passwords we should not use from past 3 months, whatever you are using in the past. And account lockout policy we have to implement based on the whatever password policy they are following according to GRC compliances. And also default password we should not use. And so once in a month, it's better to change the password. So this is the password policy every company has to implement by information security manager or complaints manager or auditing manager. Okay. So if you're implementing this one, so that at least we can reduce the attack surface and attack complexity from the attacker point of view. So what are the practical use case here? I want to say one more thing. So here, authentication login failure from same source IP, authentication login failures from same source user, authentication login failures from the same source IP within short span of the time like 1 minute, and also authentication login failures from same source username within 3 minutes, and impossible traversal attack from different geographical locations using VPN connectivity or single sign-on connectivity, that may be Okta or Ping identity from Microsoft or some other third-party identity providers. So these are the practical use cases we will configure even in our SIM tool as well. Okay. So additionally, I want to say one more thing. So other use cases are, all these are practical. Whatever I'm saying right now, it's a practical. Terminated account login failures are coming. How is it possible practically? Already one of the employees is terminated by doing resignation. So, but from his account, login failure attempts are appearing. And also, account is already blocked out. But even though from his account, login failure attempts are coming in our SIM tool. How is it possible? Anyone?
Active Directory compromise or something.
Yes. Maybe.
No.
I'm not specifying about the SIM tool. I mean, in server perspective view, can we write any script for multiple user login, even though he'll be there also, he'll not there also, then we can, I mean, if you make it an a cron tab entry, so each and every time it will trigger and try to log in for that. I mean, the IP range which you have given, it every time it will try to log in.
It's like
Mm,
they have to remove.
Domain controller?
No, no, no. Actually, they have to remove complete access for the deleted accounts. If
So
at all that is
today
not there.
Priyanka or Sandeep or Sudhir or Akhil is resigned, and today is their last working day. So before you are leaving from the company itself, so what Active Directory team or Windows admin team or sysadmin team or help desk team, what they will do, your account will be terminated
Mm.
before you are leaving out the company as well. But even though from your account, login failures are appearing. So that is what my question. How is it possible?
Maybe from Catchy.
Excellent.
Yes.
Perfect answer. So
Catch it.
it's from Catchy actually. So your username and password, it will store temporary storage or buffer. That one we can call it as a cache. So what it will do? So from this cache or cache, it will try to authenticate continuously. So that what will happen? Your Windows event ID authentication 4625. So that is the login failure attempts, already we discussed part of the domain controller part. Okay, so it will try to authenticate continuously. And so these logs, it will go to SIM tool using collector agent method. So, and we'll create one of the use case or correlation rule for so multiple authentication login failure attempts, and also even account terminated from the organization, login failure attempts are coming, and also account already blocked, login failure attempts are coming. So these are all the regular use case or practical scenarios. We will create use cases or real-time scenarios in our SIM tool. So in
Even
the, yeah,
even though we have catchy, until and unless there is some attack has happened, this situation arises, right?
exactly, that's right. So that is the reason even Windows admin team or Active Directory team or domain control team, so for that particular account, they have to remove the cache or buffer. So whatever passwords it is trying to authenticate, that's what they have to do. For this one, they don't know, and we have to go and we have to educate them. So not only this one, there are several scenarios. We have to go and we have to educate multiple stakeholders in our internal organization or maybe clients as well. So it's scenario like whether you are working for product-based company or whether you are working for service-based company. So we have to educate SDLC lifecycle security for application development team, product development team, mobile development team, and every employee in the organization. We have to educate phishing email awareness part, and especially on these authentication failure category of the attacks, we have to educate it to active director and domain controller team. And also on the network engineering side, so always we have to integrate with the radius server, taxus server, and also SMTP server and DNS servers to our SIM tool, so that traceability it is possible. So this is the way we should we should inform and we should provide awareness to respect each and every stakeholder whoever is part of the corporate IT. So what is meant by corporate IT and what is meant by infrastructure? Basically, corporate IT meaning here, so they are 24 bar 7 into 365 days supporting people basically. So they are into like Windows admin team, sysadmin team, and also Linux team or Unix team, or in the similar way storage or backup or middleware, a NOC team, SOC team, so help desk team, asset inventory team, so CMDB configuration tool team, patch management team. All these will fall under this corporate IT team. So, and every organization it will maintain one more team name is called as engineering team. What is meant by engineering team here? So they will take care of the respect to application development in case whatever application they are developing. And also second one is if they are developing any products, that one also we can call it engineering team. And also if it is mobile oriented, so that one also we can call it as a engineering team or R&D team. So that is the way organization to organization these terminals it will change. So that is the reason even whenever you are applying in any job vacancy, you can make sure that you are applying for product-based company or service-based company. If you are applying for product-based company, you have to explain the roles and responsibilities in different way. And if you are applying for service-based or consulting-based companies, you have to explain the roles and responsibilities in the different way. So anyway, that one we can discuss later. Okay, so this is all about overall. So dictionary attack and how we can mitigate and what are the practical use cases. Yesterday I took, I think we took approximate, my team and myself, we took approximate 15 to 20 members overall interviews. So in the class, so many people are asking the questions, but at the time of the interview, they are not able to give the answer. So I did not satisfy the not even single person. So finally, everybody feedback is so far, it's a negative only. In the interview point of view, either they will give positive or negative only. Out of 10 questions, you are giving 7 questions are correct answers. Obviously, you will crack the interview. And also once again, don't think like they will validate only technical parameters. Even they will validate your skills development or personal oriented skills as well. What is mean by this one? Your communication skills, your honesty, your originality, your naturality, your attitude, and how you are answering. So your way of communication and verbal and English also, it's very, very important. Couple of people I have seen practically with demand and command, they will say, so words like tell me. What is tell me meaning here? It's like a command, right? And we should be requested. Okay. So that respectable words they will not use at all. Can you please, why can't you use can you please or could you please? In the similar, they will say, what is that? Um, come on or something like that. So please use, okay, so request words as well. These behavioral things basically problem with our APAC region is they will not teach from our school days onwards. Once you are entering into the any IT or software, some other fields only we will learn all these. Anyways, that is different story. For all these things, I'll take one more session. Okay. So yeah, what I want to try to say, even though whoever entered yesterday attended the interviews, everyone is negative feedback only. At least you can improve yourself and show me your progress for next week. So next week we have approximate 4 days holidays are coming, and please read and don't give. Okay, so any shocking like okay, I'm working for night shift, I'm working for day shift, I'm working for so many so everybody will work. So obviously, and you are changing your terminology, you are changing your technology. Obviously, how to work on hard. Okay, so don't give any exclusive things like okay, so I have baby, I have whatever it may be. Even I will go on a practical scenario. One of the mother, she has given a birth to one baby boy. So she attended my classes within 1 month of the time period. So she used to attend the classes. So putting her baby beside to attend the classes, I used to listen that particular baby crying things as well. But she cracked in the first interview itself. That is the dedication she has shown. That doesn't mean that she ignored her baby. So there are a lot of people are giving so exclusive things like, okay, so I don't have sufficient time and I'm not able to read, and even the working professional as well. So don't you have the 1 hour time to read all these things? Sorry to take all these. Okay, so unless use I mean these things in the class now. Apologies, please don't mind it. Okay, so సాకులు చెప్పొద్దని చెప్తున్నాను అంతే simple. Okay, so mitigation steps. I satisfied with 4 members, but I will not give their names. So I will give end of their overall classes. If I will give the now their names, obviously they will get proud. Okay, I'm doing very well, and they will not improve their self. Okay. And one more thing is, even though some of the people working in cyber security SOC operation, they joined in these classes, their answers are not at all good. They are able to give only 50% answers are correct. You have to reach 70 to 80%. Then only you can clear the practical interview. Okay. So this is about mitigation. Same thing, all authentication failure category of the attacks. We have to use same as it is. So that is about dictionary attack. Next one is the brute force attack. So in the brute force attack, once again, it's a part of authentication failure category. So what attacker will do? Attacker will use trial and error method, and also he will use different as permutations and combinations. In the dictionary attack, attacker will use commonly used username and passwords only. But in the brute force attack, attacker will use different types of other than dictionaries also. Then he will try to get the password. It's like a subset, and both are subsets only. Okay, so it is for single account only, brute force second. So attacker will try to guess the username and passwords using trial and error method or maybe permutations and combinations is called as a brute force attack. Okay, so then what is password spray attack? Password spray attack is basically attacker will spraying of the passwords across the multiple system, and he will try to compromise one system or more than one system or more than one account is called as password spray. Brute force attack, it will represent maybe only one account, but password spray, it will represent more than one. So that is the only main difference. Okay, so especially brute force attack is one of the very, very popular interview question, not only on the definition point of view, even practical scenario based. When it's a practical scenario or real-time scenario based, meaning what? So whenever any brute force attack it will appear, how can you do instant investigation? So otherwise they will ask like whenever any multiple authentication login failure attempts it is appearing from same source IP or same source username or same source destination or within short span of time, how can you do instant investigation? So in this scenario, most of the people I have seen, they will explain only one practical scenario, but we have to explain about 3 to 4 scenarios. One is internal employee false positive scenario. Second one is external attacker. They try to compromise the username and password, but unfortunately, it did not succeed. That is second scenario. Third scenario, obviously, attacker succeeded after several authentication login failure attempts. So two false positives, one true positive scenarios we have to explain. What is mean a false positive and what is mean a true positive here? False positive is nothing but, so it's like a fake incident. It's not happened really, but tool will go something it's happened. So that is like a false positive. Then what is true positive? it is really happen, and also tool will give the alert notification. So whenever any IDS IPS based question they will expect, what is the difference between IDS and also IPS? So so here they will expect one more question also. Difference between true positive and false positive, true negative and false positive and true negative, false negative and true positive. This is the way. So probability wise, approximately you'll ask 16 scenarios. So this false positive, false negative, true negative came from the concept called IDS IPS. Okay. So brute force attack now. Attacker will guess the username and passwords using trial and error method, and also using permutations and combinations is called as brute force. Now, what are the mitigations? So same as it is, we have to use these mitigation steps for all authentication failure category. So now here itself, I will give practical scenarios as well. Practical scenario based questions. First question, explain about brute force attack and also password spray attack. Nothing but differences. And also explain about brute force incident investigation. How many scenarios we have to say? How many scenarios we have to say?
Two
Minimum
scenarios.
three. Minimum
Three.
three.
Yeah, minimum three we have to say. So one is internal employee forgot the password, and also one of the alert is triggered by integrating domain controller logs to SIM tool via collector agent method. Second one is external attacker tried, but unfortunately did not succeed. So third one is external attacker already he tried and also he succeeded by guessing the password. So nothing but true positive. So these three things you have to explain. Not most of the people I have seen. So whenever anyone will ask explain a brute force attack investigation, first I will identify whether internal employee has done or external attacker has done. If internal employee has done, then I will make exporting of the logs, and also I will make it like a false positive. If the external attacker, then I will completely block the IP address by checking the reputation. That's all. It's over. Investigation is over. So something if you want to try to say true positive scenario, please remember NIST framework that is already we discussed. In the similar way, incident lifecycle management process. So nowadays, broad-based companies L1, L2, L3 almost equal, and they will take care of the instant response as a, even though you have experience of 1 year or maybe 2 years or 3 years as well. But on the other hand, if you are working for any multinational companies or CMM 5 level companies or big data companies, so they'll work for the consulting and service-based projects. Everywhere they have L1 boundary, L2 boundary, and L3 boundary, or tier 1 boundary, or tier 2 boundary, tier 3 boundary. So whatever they are doing, they have to explain that one only. So that is the way how these people are explaining. But it's better to explain about all these three scenarios, even though you're working L1 or L2, L3. So interviewer expect like always true positive only. You not expect like something I working like a false positives. Always interviews mindset, because I am taking the interviews. That is the reason I'm asking all these. I'm saying all these. So interview mindset is always like whether you know about end-to-end process at least. Maybe whether you are a fresher or whether you are working for 0 to 4 years or maybe 4 to 6 years or 6+ years of experience or like L1 or L2 or L3. Okay. So that is second scenario.
Yeah, we'll discuss a next framework that is part of our SOC process or ITL process. We do have separate topic there we can discuss. I think it's Pawan, right? Okay. So next one is password spray attack. So for this one, I can draw a diagram. And one more thing, most of the people, they are using generic words. Please use technical words, guys. So generic words. So I asked so many people one of the common question. So what is the backend process when the end user is accessing any website like facebook.com or hsbank.com or iccibanking.com, so or youtube.com or instagram.com? People are saying like the answer like in generic way, layman terminology. I'll open the Google Chrome, or I'll open the web browser, I'll open Internet Explorer, I'll open Firefox, I'll open Safari, I'll open Microsoft Edge, then I will give the google.com, and google.com it will go to the Wi-Fi router, and Wi-Fi router it will go to the so their internet service provider router, and finally google.com it will open, or hdfcbank.com it will open, or iccibank.com it will open. Is this technical oriented answer? It is technical.
No, sir.
We have to say it's a voiceover approach. It's one of the very indirectly they are expecting the answer. Basically, this answer we can give in three ways. At least a couple of candidates they given in the second way of the approach also. This answer we can give in three ways basically. Using voice layer approach we can give, using DNS resolution we can give, and also we can give via SSL TLS mutual authentication in case application oriented. So DNS resolution part. So, but how they are giving the answer, it's like layman terminology, like without any voice layer, without any DNS resolution, without any SSL TLS mutual authentication. At least out of these three, you are giving the one answer, will be very happy as a taking of the interview. Anybody will say the answer this one, right? So if you are giving google.com, I will go to Microsoft Edge, I will go to Google Chrome, or maybe I will go to Safari, then I'll enter google.com. Then finally I will open the google.com or iccibank.com or hdfcbank.com, then I can transfer the money. This is what people are giving the answer. Is this technical? Is it is generic one? Out of 15 people yesterday, whoever took the interview, only 2 or 3 people are given the answer. And whoever 2 or 3 people are given the answer also, they did not explain about, they explained about voice layer. Why we have to give the voice layer explanation part? Whatever interview is asking, you can stick on that one. We are giving Facebook example, we are giving Google example, we are giving ICICI Bank example, we are giving HDFC Bank example, or we are giving YouTube example. Nobody said YouTube, nobody said Facebook, nobody said ICICI Bank. It will follow voice layer approach. Is that be sufficient? As an end user, if I'm accessing facebook.com, why don't you bring all those things whenever you are giving the answer? Anyways, so these things you have to change. I'm not okay. So here criticizing anyone. I'm not judging here anyone. But what I want to try to say here, you have to improve these 60 days, whatever I'm going to teach. That's why I'm here. And that's why you are listening all these classes. Okay. So yeah. Now here password spray, here attacker or adversary or threat actor, and take this one is a laptop, and take this one is a MacBook, and take this one is a workstation. What is password spray attack? As I said, whenever we are purchasing any tool, that may be firewall or SIM tool or proxy or any other tool. Not only that practical scenario, even couple of other scenario like, as I mentioned, so you are onboarding in a company. Most of the companies nowadays, they are giving, most of the companies, I'm not saying 100% all the companies, 90% of the companies, for each and every employee, they are giving the commonly used username and password or default passwords. That is like, as I mentioned previously, CTS at the rate of 2024, Australia New Zealand Bank at the rate of 2024. I was working in Australia New Zealand Bank 4 months back. So they given same thing, ANZ at the rate of 2024. Even though it's a bank, it's one of the very famous bank in all over the worldwide. But what is the use? They're giving same password to each and every employee, that may be DevOps guy or SecOps guy or cyber security or admin guy or Windows admin guy and so on. Same question I asked at the time of induction training itself. Why are giving the same password to every employee in the organization whenever any employee is onboarding in a company? They have to give the unique username and password at least. Couple of companies are already changed that particular process or awareness and also training and so on. But couple of companies still they are following same thing. So they have to change. Not only that one, even in the induction training as well, we have to include one more thing along with the IT, finance, HR, and also company oriented vision, mission, strategy, goals, and objectives, even cyber security field also. I suggested so many companies. So at the time of the induction itself, please include cyber security also one of the uh, at least 30 minutes of the session to every employee so that everybody is aware of cyber security. Okay. Anyways, all these things we should do the, okay, so like invention part and reinventing ourselves, reinventing our organization, how we can make sure that awareness of the application or cloud or endpoint or network or mobile or cyber security field to educate each and every employee in the organization, because these attacks are increasing rapidly and a lot of hacking is happening not only in the professional point of view, even in our personal lives as well. Okay, it will increase once again within 1 year or 2 years time period. So example, I will go for IBM. So at the time of one of the HR, not HR, DevOps guy is joining in the IBM company. In the similar way, machine learning and artificial intelligence guy is joining. In the similar way, SOC person also joining in the same day. That maybe you can consider today itself. So once they will complete their documentation part, when they will go to local IT team or asset inventory team or device management team or help desk team, and whoever is giving laptop to them or MacBook or workstation, according to their functionality and roles and responsibilities, they will give one of the password. So that password may be example, as I said, I is a capital letter, BM is a small letter, and 2024 is a password. So here once again, IBM at the rate of 2024. And also here also, IBM at the rate of 2024. Okay. So now DevOps guy and also SOC guy is are very smart and they are know about cyber security. And finally, they changed immediately. Once they are onboarding, they given control or delete, and from the existing password or default password, they changed to new password because they are aware of the cyber security, and we should not use default password. And whatever local IT team or asset team, they given awareness to them according to they changed it. But unfortunately, machine learning team and artificial intelligence team guy, he did not change it. He ignored. Okay. Now, what attacker will do? Attacker will spread the same username and password across the, not same username, same password across the multiple system. So here spray is nothing but it's like a sprinkling of the water, like a multiple plantation of the trees, like how we are doing the drizzling of the water to the plants. Same way here also, attacker will do spraying of the same password across the multiple systems. So now what will happen out of this system? Which system will get compromised now? Which system
The
will
one
get
is having
compromised?
the system one is having weakness password.
In this one, I said in this practical scenario.
MI and AI.
Excellent, perfect answer. Machine learning and artificial intelligence guy. Because as I said, so please listen my words also whenever I'm asking some of the question. That is the problem here also. One more thing. Even interview point of also, interview will ask something and you will give the some of the answers different way. How it will match? Pay attention also. It's very, very important. What is my pay attention here? So interview has to complete his question. Then only how to give the answer. Because of the anxiety, excitement, fear, afraid, and also some other issues, people will say, explain about voice layer. They will start explaining about voice layer. Whether interview is asking about voice layer or voice layer attacks or voice layer data format or protocol data unit or voice layer definition or voice layer numbers. That is what. So pay attention is it's very, very important. Pay attention not, it's like showcasing of yourself in the public. Pay attention meaning here what opposite person is, okay, so saying question and we have to listen carefully. Okay, then only you have to give the answer. Do you know what? I should not say this one. Basically, when I was working with Europeans, Americans, and also uh, Middle East and other people, they have one common complaint to APAC region, that may be Singapore or Indians or Chinese or Japanese or Vietnam, Thailand, Nepalese, and so on. So all these APAC region people have sufficient listening skills or pay attention skills. Without completing our question, they will interrupt our conversation. They will interrupt our team meetings. They will interrupt our business. This is the feedback. Sorry to say this one. Apologies. I am Indian, by the way. Apologies. This is what I got feedback. Not only from these Australia as well. So we don't have the proper listening skills. We don't have the pay attention skills what opposite person is speaking. They will not complete the sentence, but will give the answer. They will not complete the sentence, will interrupt them. That's
I
what.
too, sorry sir, like I too got the feedback from, I'm been working for one of the Australian project, like the client joined in the call. So middle after something, he manager or someone has speak means, first listen what I'm saying. You people, you bloody people don't have listening skills and all. First what I'm saying, just listen. That's
Yeah,
what
same.
he.
Yeah, same thing. Even I used to initial my career when I started with UK team. So then I started with USA team. So always they used to give these complaints only. So, and after that, I went Netherlands and I went to Dubai, I went to Muscat, I went to Qatar, I went to Kuwait and all these countries. So even they also people are saying in the same way. Sorry to say all these are out of scope, but these experience really help you at the time of the interview, at the time of your onboarding in a company, or whenever you are speaking something. So people are a little bit aggressive. People will be there, introvert and extrovert. Extrovert people will speak without completing the sentence, but introvert people will listen everything and then okay, everywhere good and bad will be there, advantage and disadvantage. I'm not speaking anything here. Just please listen what opposite person is saying. Anyways, so why I'm saying all this here now? So this particular machine learning and artificial intelligence guy, he did not listen what he said, and he did not okay change his password. He did not aware what will happen. So finally, his system will get compromised. Okay. So that is called password spray attack. Now, how we can say password spray attack? Attacker will use the same password across multiple systems in the network connected in the LAN, so that either one system is going to get compromised or multiple system is going to get compromised using trial and error method or permutations combinations is called password spray attack. Okay.
Can we say that attacker uses a common password to spray along all the user IDs?
Yes, you are right. Thanks, Sandeep, sharing your experience as well. Sandeep or Sudhir? I'm getting confusion.
It's Sudhir, sir. It's Sudhir, like, because one of the Australian
Someone
project which
said
I'm
Astil explains, right?
yes, sir.
Sandeep or Sudhir?
Yeah, I think I'm also faced the same thing
No,
from.
your name is Sandeep or Sudhir. I am asking
No, my
your
name
name.
is Sudhir, sir. My name is Sudhir.
Yeah, I'm
Sudhir,
getting
sir.
confusion between Sandeep and Sudhir. Thanks for sharing your experience as well. Attacker will guess by spraying of the same username and password multiple systems using permutations and combinations so that either one system or more than one system will get compromised. Sorry, guys. Is called as password spray. So same thing, we have to give all these. Along with this one, I can give the awareness as well. For all brute force attack, you can give awareness training also. And whenever you are joining in a company and they are expecting, will you be part of ISO 27001? Please give your name. Please give your name. These people, they will go and they will go to each and every ODC. ODC means offshore data center. So they are working on multiple projects. They will explain about what the policies they have to follow. They will say like threat, vulnerability, and also password. So when I joined initially in TCL, I don't know about all these. So I used to like a spectator or like audience kind of thing. What is this vulnerability? What is threat? What is this password policy? Everything. Why people are saying why 1 hour unnecessary? They are wasting their time. They are wasting our time. We can deliver something at the time of whatever they are teaching us. Then once I became the internal audit member, what the importance of the that particular information security as a executing something wantedly my manager, so they nominated my name. I have to go to the each and every audit center and I have to explain about information security policies in TCTS or TCL. So that time I understood about all these part. Okay. So whenever someone will ask, will you become as a part of the information security and will you teach or will you deliver something to the other internal stakeholders, that machine learning team or DevOps team, that is a part of our any multinational company or product-based companies also, it is applicable. Please don't be afraid speaking in front of the other people. Think like they don't know anything. So just you can deliver whatever you know, that's it. If they will ask something also, so you can say if you don't know the answer, I don't know, I can, okay, so recover and I can verify the answer, I'll come back. That's all. Okay, so security awareness. So that is password spray. Next one is pass the hash. What is pass the hash? So pass the hash meaning here, instead of the passwords, what attacker will do, he will do hash value. So hash value he will pass and he will try to use different types of permutations and combination. But pass the hash really it will work. So pass the hash value, it's difficult to work. What is the reason? Anyone? Already we
Unique.
discussed.
It has a unique one.
It's a unique one. You are right. And what else?
Length, unique code, and also if one particular character is changed, the hash will be changed completely.
That is fine. One more thing. Whenever, how the password will store in the database?
Digitally.
Yeah, you are right. Digitally, only in the hash value format. So only that one, or do you want to add any other thing?
Even we can add salt to it.
Exactly. That's perfect. That's what I'm expecting. Whenever any password is storing in the database in the backend, along with hash value, one of the unique value it is generated. It's an anonymous code basically. Every time it will not same as it is. Every time password may be same hash value, but whatever salt value will be there, complete it will change every time it is different. So that passing the hash it's not that much okay, so easy to crack it. So for example, maybe to just now, maybe Bhavani is logged into facebook.com. So her password is Bhavani at the rate of 123. Maybe she logged out after 5 minutes. After 10 minutes, once again, she logged in back to Facebook. Whatever initially she logged in now, and after she logged in 10 minutes later, so completely salt value is different. So that is the reason how the passwords will store. Password will store in the database and retrieving the password using the so hash value along with the hash value. Every time the user is okay, so accessing, it will add one more value name is called as salt value. Salt value also combination of both characters and numbers. Okay, so in this scenario, what attacker will do? Attacker for single system. So attacker will use the hash value. So that is the reason every company has to implement salt value concept also. Couple of companies will not implement salt value concept. Okay, so attacker will use the hash value to guess the username and password. Using trial and error method or permutations and combinations is called as pass the hash. So how to mitigate this one? Same thing, we have to implement all these. Last attack is rainbow table attack. Rainbow table attack. So pass the hash and also brute force attack is for single system. Password spray is equivalent to rainbow. So rainbow, how many colors it contains? 7 colors. That is called WebGR, right? So here what attacker will do? He will use so each and every whatever trial and error method or permutations and combination is using. So example, so serial number 1. So here password, hash value, year 1, password is password, and hash value is what is the tool we have to use to generate the password or hash value, sorry, hash value. Just you can go, yeah, just you can go to Google and you can give hash value generator. There are several types of things it will appear. You can use anything whatever you like, but please make sure that that is okay. So legitimate one. If the legitimate one, what will happen? What that particular attack is called as? If the legitimate website you are accessing, couple of malicious URL links it's appearing. You're clicking on that one, and finally your system is getting compromised. Or that particular attack name is called as
Cross-site scripting.
cross-site scripting. That is URL
SQL injection.
manipulation.
SQL injection.
Frozen websites. Yeah, even OASP top 10 also it will appear. You are right, cross-site scripting attack or CSRF attack. If it is the case of the OASP top 10, in case it's a part of our normal attacks, it's called as a Trojan related website. Okay. Now I will give password here and click on generate. So take example of this one, copy, but normally we are not using MD5 SHA-1. Latest hashing algorithm is SHA-2 or SHA-256. For example, take this one. So he will make one of the entry using this one. Now second entry as, so as I said, IBM at the rate of 2024. So now I will give IBM at the rate of 2024 and generate. So this is the hash value now. So next one is Blue Wolf. These terminology will be used by US team most of the cases. So now what attacker will do, he will make these are the WebGR. It's a WebGR means 7 colors. It's a more than one. What attacker will do now, here attacker will try to use rainbow table sorry guys, some network issues. So if you're going for VAPT vacancy or application security vacancy or product security vacancy, we can expect, so rainbow table attack is one of the famous attack. Okay, along with OASP top 10 category of the attacks. But in the cyber security point of view or endpoint security point of view or network security point of view, we don't expect that much rainbow table attack. But on the VAPT, application security, product security, mobile OT or IoT security side, yes, rainbow table is very important. Okay. So attacker will make table content of passwords against hash value and he will spray or send across the network at a time so that either one system or more than one system will get compromised using hash value and trial and error method. Is called as rainbow table attack. And here I want to add mitigation steps or recommendation steps or remediations are same as it is we have to use. So far we completed 2 category of the attacks and 21 attacks we completed. One is malware category, second one is authentication failure category. And give me another 5 minutes. I'll complete how to integrate logs to SIM tool as well now itself. Okay. So in case authentication, yeah, please.
Here you told about rainbow table, right?
Yeah.
So these passwords will also be taken from the previously breached accounts, right?
Yes, yes. Already previous account and also dictionaries. You are right.
Or do we have any other attack with that? Because from the previous attacks, he will take the passwords and map the hash values to it.
Most of the cases in the past, whatever it's happened, and also whatever dictionaries existing by default.
So we can say it's a combination, right? From the dictionary and
Yes,
all.
it's a combination of dictionary and also, as I said, this one, all these five attacks are like a subsets.
Okay.
We say one like one is linking with another, another one is linking at the another, and so on.
Okay. And one more thing, when we are talking about this security, right, by adding salt, we also use entropy, right?
Yeah, entropy also we can use, but entropy what it will do, it will add like additional layer security control only. But whatever packet is generating, always it can make encapsulation header and also entropy on top of that one. So, but every firewall or every data at the transit level of the security is not supporting. Whatever UTMs we discussed, whatever did we discuss with UTM? No, we
No.
did not discuss UTM. Yeah, I will explain all these things at the time of the network security. All these concepts are network based basically. So stateful inspection, deep packet inspection, and also we have uh, UTM, Unified Threat Management, and firewall, and next generation firewall. It is data at a transit level. So all these things it will add at the time of the entropy or encapsulation header or authentication header. Water packet is generating from source to destination, and it is reaching to the backend database. So couple of things, it will not add entropy or maybe encapsulation header. In that scenario, obviously systems will get compromised. So that is the reason nowadays, whatever we are using, it's better to use always deep packet inspection capability along with authentication header and entropy and also encapsulation header.
I've got disturbances here, so
Any other?
nothing. Thank you. That is what I was about to ask.
Okay. So now what we can do, we can see about ADR. So as we said, forget about attacks now. So far we completed two category of the attacks. One is malware category and second one is authentication failure category. So malware category of the attacks. So now forget about EDR tool. Completely I'm focusing now SOC SIM tool. SOC SIM tool. It's a dedicated to malware category of the attacks can be prevented, blocked, or quarantined or safeguarded by EDR, XDR, anti-malware analysis tools. That's what we discussed till yesterday. So today, whatever we discussed with our authentication failure category, all trial and error methods, dictionaries, pass the hash, or guessing the passwords, or permutations and combinations. Now, so yesterday someone asked, we have different solutions are available on the endpoint side, network side, application side, infrastructure side, cloud side, product side, mobile side. Then why we have to use SIM tool? Whenever any security incident happens, so every team will blame game, and also there are a lot of mean time to detection, mean time to identification, mean time to recovery. It will happen by that time. Attacker will do the lateral movement or warm other system or other network devices it is connected, it will getting compromised. To eliminate that particular drawback, we have to use single unified management console or centralized management console where we can monitor all of our security 24/7 into 365 days is called as SOC using SIM tool concept. Now, so if you want to integrate all malware category of the attacks to our SIM tool, so what we have to do, we can use two different types of log integration methods. Those two different types of log integration methods are malware category of the data sources integration to SIM tool. It is SOC oriented. So already 21 attacks we completed. This one, whatever I am explaining now, dedicated to SIM tool or SOC concept. So malware category of the data sources, if you want to integrate to SIM tool. So obviously, what are the data sources are log sources. What are data source here? Log source meaning here where the logs are generating. Already I said what is log meaning here. So any computer recorded activity or action, what an employee is doing or what a peer device is doing is called as log. Then what is event? Any abnormal change of the log is called as event. Then what is incident? It will give the negative impact to CIA triad, that will be confidentiality or integrity or availability. Then what is alert? Any notification using SNMP traps or email notification or syslog or through reference set or mobile notifications is called as a notification part. So these four definitions already we discussed. Now, so data sources are log sources meaning here. So whatever or wherever the log is originating, our source of the log or source of the data we are integrating to SIM tool is called as data source or log source. For malware category of the attack, obviously, so log sources or data sources are, first one is, what is the first one? Antivirus or EDR or XDR. Second one is malware analysis tools. Third one, next generation firewall. Fourth one, email gateway. Fifth one, couple of times it will appear anti-malware tools as well. So how we can integrate these log sources dedicated to malware category of the attacks to SIM tool? We can use two different types of log integration methods. Those two different types of log integration methods are API token method. Why? Because nowadays, whatever EDR or XDR or anti-malware or malware analysis tool or email gateway or email security solutions we are using. So SaaS based software as a service tool, pay as you go. Whatever service you are utilizing, for that one, we have to pay money. So that is called software as a service. So if you want to integrate SaaS based logs to our SIM tool, we have to use API token method. API full form is application programming interface. So we have to log into the tool using push method. We have to generate API token and also password and API token URL link and secret key. And then we have to take that information. We have to go to SIM tool and we have to copy paste and we can pull the logs from respect to log source. In case in our organization, if we are using on-premise EDR, on-premise malware, on-premise next generation firewall, on-premise email gateway security solution, we have to use syslog server method. For example, so if you are using CrowdStrike as a on-premise tool, McAfee, Trend Micro, Symantec, Kaspersky, ESET, Sentinel-1, Carbon Block, all are EDR tools. So then if it is on-premise, what is on-premise? In the data center, on top of the physical server, if we are installing or we are purchasing any dedicated hardware module, we have to use syslog server option. Just you can remember these two options, how to configure, what to configure, how to integrate, we can discuss. In case logs are not reflecting, how to do Wireshark analysis and packet capture analysis, we can discuss in the future at the time of the SIM tool. So that is about malware category of the attacks. or logs, how we can integrate it to our SIM tool. What is second one we discussed? What is second category? What is second category? Authentication failure category.
Authentication failure category.
Yeah. So what are the data sources or log sources here? Active Directory or domain controller. In the similar way, yeah, Active Domain. If you are using any application server, obviously app server. If you are using for this one is dedicated to Windows or MacBook workstation desktop, and it's for application side brute force attack. In the similar network side brute force attack and so on. So for this one, what are the log integration methods are? We can use collector agent. What is this collector agent? This is also called as a Win collector agent, Windows collector agent. It's dedicated to Windows user machine, or log collector. So these are the three different types of names are there. How to integrate in case end user is forgot the password or attacker is guessing the passwords on endpoint side in the similar application side. So these are the methods. Second one is dedicated to application side. We can use either API token method or else syslog server method. So these are the log integration method, but most of the cases we can monitor end user side login authentication failure attempts on behalf of end user, whether really end user is trying to do forgot the password or type error, or okay, so wantedly is trying to do some malicious activity, or else on behalf of end user attack is trying to do some abnormal activity. So according to that one, we can go and we can integrate the log integration methods. So far, so at least you can remember the names: API token method, syslog method, collector agent method. In the similar way, we have another 5 log integration methods. Those things we can discuss. So in our cybersecurity SOC operation, maybe tomorrow flooding category we can start today evening. There we can discuss another one more scenario. Okay. So that's all for today. And how many people are attended yesterday interview? Altogether? Okay, forget about whoever is attended. Whoever did not attend,
Yeah, I
please
have not
ping.
attended, sir. Yeah, I
Yeah,
have
please,
not attended, sir.
yeah, please ping either Asha or myself. Okay, so then we can allocate time around 3 o'clock, 3 to 6 in between, and we'll try to take the market interest today itself. And whoever is attended yesterday, so only 3 to 4 people are really great. They are very special. But even though they are, I will give negative feedback only. They have to improve their self as well. And remaining all other 15 to 16 people, they have to improve a lot. Even though their communication is excellent, and couple of people communication is okay, but couple of communication even they have to improve English as well. But technical side is very generic way they are speaking, and also very verbal technology or technical words they are not using at all. They are using layman technology or layman terminology. They have to improve. So already I think every person has given feedback to you, and please prove it. You can improve from yesterday to next week. Next week, once again, I will take the mock interviews on December 17th. Sorry, August 17th and 18th. Is it clear? You given promise and commitment as well. You will improve it. Whatever word is coming from your mouth, I will take as a promise or commitment.
Sure.
Okay. Okay, guys, then thank you so much and see you
Sir,
evening at 7 p.m. Yeah,
sir,
please.
one concern from my side. So, I mean, I haven't given yesterday. So, shall I take it on next week? Because due to some other things, I cannot mention it. But can I take it? I mean, I'll be prepared for the next week. Need some
But
time to
is
explore
this
this.
commitment and promise?
It's 100%, sir.
Okay, then.
16 to 6.
Sudhir, right?
Sudhir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
done.
You can mention my name so that next weekend definitely I'll be.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Sudhir.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, I will show practically, Pawan, how to do and what to do. I think it's a Pawan, right? Yeah, I can show all these things practical. How to integrate logs to SIM tool. Yeah. Okay, guys, I will take the evening class at 7 p.m. IST today. And so today evening, we can discuss either flooding category or phishing email category. Please join the call at 7 p.m. IST. Thank you so
Yeah, sure,
much. Have a great
sure,
day.
sir. Thank you. Sure, sir. Thank you.